Hi Aries, welcome to Awaken Spirit Wisdom. In this reading we will be exploring what shadow energies you are currently transmuting personally and also collectively, which may or may not be in your awareness. I will be pulling a crystal card to support you through your process, and also which Archangel will be working with you. And then we'll have a look at the outcome if you do choose to work through this energy. And I will be pulling a blind spot card. This has a healing symbol on it. So what it does is it activates your unconscious to slowly bring up the pattern into your conscious awareness, and also helps to transform the energy at the root cause. So when you look at this reading, it may not resonate with you initially, but I have found with these cards over the next few days things do unfold, and feel free to come back to the reading if it does start to make sense to you. Obviously this is a general reading, so it will be slightly different to each of you. And this reading is not time specific, so I trust that if you have been drawn to this reading, a deeper part of your soul is ready to move you through this energy and transform it. Okay, so I'm going to get on with the reading. I'm going to pull out all the cards first. I'm only going to pull one card from each deck, because there is a lot of information that comes through from this card, or from this deck. I will be reading the information from the book, and we will get the outcome for you as well. So Spirit, what is going on for Aries? What are they currently transmuting and working through at this time? These cards just fly out all the time. It's just crazy. It's like, what? Right. Okay, and then we'll have a look at what crystal will support you through this process for Aries Spirit. Like I say, these cards are just flying out today. Just bear with me a minute. I have a few falling onto the floor, so there are too many cards, so I'm just going to shuffle again. Put them all mixed up. It's Aries. Just one card, please. Which Archangel is working with you through this process? And then I'm going to look at the outcome or any further information you need to know for Aries Spirit. Okay, Aries. Excuse me. Right. So I'm going to read from the book, and you have got number 72. Which is transcendental escapism. I think you can see that. So I'm going to hold the card up while I read. So just look at the symbol, and then that will help to activate the healing and also the energy that you're working through. If you have drawn this card, what is preventing your progression is that you are using things of spiritual nature or a higher intellect in order to escape and avoid the temple. You have lost sight of the bigger picture, which includes both physical and non-physical. You are spirit but also a body. You cannot die, but you will almost certainly die. To reject the physical and the things related to the physical, you reject, deny, and disown part of yourself. In this situation, you are using the spiritual to negate the physical, and you are suffering and will suffer because of it. If you have drawn this card, you are in resistance to the physical and temporal, or potentially an aspect of it. The temporal world is a world of purely physical. It is particles, body, color, shape, soma, physical health, and physical aspect of sex, money, house, place, things, and the physical aspect of food, plants, people, and pets, possessions, and so on. It is the realm of the material. If you just read these words and felt yourself reject them, you just saw your resistance. For thousands of years, the standard practice that people have taken is to disidentify from the parts of themselves that are unacceptable and identify with the parts that are. For example, a guru was a person who had decided to identify with only one part of himself or herself. He or she fed only on that ego. For example, imagine a guru decides that the most acceptable part of himself, his concept of enlightenment, is a person who is never angry, who instantly forgives, and who has no worldly needs, who is in a state of pure positive focus. Any time anger, a worldly need, or a negative thought rises within him, he will deny, reject, suppress, and disown the part that is feeling that anger or need or negative thought. He would jump into the persona of the guru that he has created, and at first will deny those things and lie to himself and others that the way the guru self feels is entirely how he feels. He will not honor the truth or reality of any part within him. He will do this until he literally loses awareness of any part of him. He will mistake the guru part for all of who he is, to the exclusion of all other parts within him. This is his discipline. His ego is the concept of who an enlightened being is. He cannot admit to anything within him that is not that. It is the strongest attachment you can imagine. This is not a state of health, because it is not a state of integration. Just turning the page, bear with me. This is a state of selective identification. This card has come to remind you that using spiritual awareness or higher self or higher intellect as a form of resistance, escapism, and denial. And it is highly likely that the answer you seek for improvements lies squarely in the physical and embracing the physical. So Aries, what Spirit are bringing forward is, in order to move forward, you need to become aware of what areas of your life you are using spiritual focus to disengage from the physical reality. So that may be to do with situations, it may be to do with how you manifest your goals, your desires. Obviously it can be absolutely anything. But what Spirit are really bringing to your attention is the need to integrate all these different aspects of your reality into the whole of your experience, because they are all working together. And one cannot work without the other, especially because we are living in a physical body. Although we are a spirit, we are needing the physical body to experience and be present on the physical journey, which then adds to the growth our spirit goes through, and the learning that we are here to do. So I hope that makes some sense. You have the crystal to help you is jasper, and the key words are unfolding, nurturing, manifesting, and continuity. Drawing this card indicates there is a need for quiet, clear determination and thought. Think of an issue of concern. Are you looking to the long term, or merely satisfying immediate ego-based will? The energies of jasper are subtle and deeply felt. Its color reflects the earth blood, and like the earth, it is in no hurry. It allows us to slow things down and gives us time to take a deep breath and see the bigger picture. Jasper works well in conjunction with other fast-moving stones, allowing the energy to be balanced and grounded. Its differing shades and patterns have specific properties. The slow-acting properties are useful for nurturing the self and any projects in mind. It offers determination and an ability to see things through. Things could be simple in terms of completing something, or more strongly in helping one to overcome obstacles and conflicts by generating assertive and decisive behavior. So, if you don't have jasper, you can call on the energy of jasper to come forward and help you. And then we have the Archangel Jovial helping you, and the specific message is patience. Your dreams are blooming more rapidly than you realize. Still, they need nurturing and patience. So what I feel is coming through for you, Aries, is that in order for you to speed up your manifestations, without obviously getting ahead of divine timing and divine order, is to work alongside integrating the physical energies and the physical practicalities alongside your spiritual practices that you are doing, because this will then balance out your energy, and it will allow you to achieve what it is that you are after in a really whole, balanced, happy way. So the Ten of Water is all to do with happy outcomes, achieving your goals, basically having your everything that you desire. And interesting that we have the Buddha coming up and he's all about enlightenment and focusing on all those spiritual aspects. And it's interesting that there are flowers coming up, so there is this reference again to being grounded to the physical energies and the physical earth. So for some of you, it may be that you actually need to do some grounding work and bring your spiritual energy in through your chakras, through your base chakra into the earth, and that will help you to reconnect with some of the physical energies that you are maybe struggling with. Now, I know for some some of you being on the physical plane is difficult because things are slow moving. And I'm not surprised that jovial has come up, because that's all to do with patience. So maybe what you are learning through this transforming of this energy is patience. And patience involves being in alignment with divine timing as well as divine order. So that seems to be coming through really strongly. And also there's a need for you to physically nurture the projects that you are inspired about. Without, I know this is an Aries thing, is rush ahead and then move on to something else, and that's great, but sometimes in order for you to manifest personal achievements, you need to spend some time actually nurturing them, nurturing the seed into something that then transforms into something, fruition of the material. So it becomes the material through the idea of the spiritual, and then the nurturing of the seed allows it to blossom at the right time, in the right space, in divine order. So do feel that you have a lot of wisdom, insights and inspiration coming through for you from Spirit. And there is really a strong need for you to ground that energy and work with physical, because you've got the Ace of Earth coming up. And this is very much to do with manifestations. Anything that is brought into form. So you have some amazing ideas coming to you, and what is needed is that you then bring the spiritual energy and plant it into the physical earth realm, so that it then can become a material manifestation rather than just an idea. Because what's coming up here is there is a lot going on in your head, and if you're not careful, you're not going to reap the rewards of what it is that you can potentially come into. So this card is bringing you a brand new beginning to manifest something really magical and really powerful, and this is the result of it. If you choose to work with the physical energies around you, and then you become the Empress energy, which is fertile, abundant, creative, but it's earthed, it's grounded, it's a manifestation of something really beautiful. And that will open up your heart chakra, because there's this energy coming through for your heart center. And when your heart center is balanced with your spiritual energy and your earth energy, you can really co-create with Spirit and bring that amazing inspiration into physical form. Sorry, I've just got somebody driving past my window. Into physical form. So because there is something really special coming forward for you as well, and this is something that is meant for you. It's something that's coming through from Spirit that is meant for you. So when you do work through these energies, that it's almost like you've been tested to see whether you manifest and transform this into learning, because whatever you learn from this energy unfolding will then help you to move forward with this new interesting opportunity that will be coming into your awareness. And also I feel that it's also going to connect in with, for some of you, a reignition into your intuition. And through that intuition you'll get guidance of how to manifest, how to bring the spiritual energy into physical form in a practical way that unfolds, so that you do end up having the full manifestation and fruition of your dreams and desires, because that is definitely coming through. And Spirit are helping you with this process. They are also bringing you a lot of guidance and inspiration to help you, because whatever it is that you are bringing forward, is divinely inspired. It is what Spirit wants you to fulfill, and your learning is to co-create with Spirit, not get too caught up in the fantasies of the inspiration, but actually to then bring that energy into physical form, because that's where it's going to take root, and that is where it's going to then spring life to everything else around it, and that will also help benefit the people around you as well. I hope that makes sense. I feel like I've lost my train of thought. But then I am channeling the messages, so I do feel that whatever's coming through is meant to come through for you. Don't worry too much about getting too bogged down with the physical, because you've got so much fire energy, you've got so much inspiration and spark that isn't going to ever go away. But what Spirit are wanting you to do is to bring it into a more physical form, so that it can be for the benefit of everybody else around you, or humanity, because you are planting brand new seeds for humanity as we move into this shift, into this new paradigm, into the age of Aquarius. And Spirit have got your back. They are totally supporting you to do your truth and to do your spark and plant these seeds. But for you personally, I feel that you also need to achieve whatever it is on a soul level physically for you in this lifetime. So there is certain things physically that you as a soul need to manifest for yourself personally to be able to fulfill you and bring you absolute happiness, because you deserve that. You deserve to be happy in all areas of your life. Alright Aries, I hope that helps bring you some inspiration and guidance and insight into what it is that you're currently transforming, and how these energies will unfold if you choose to work with the energy. I wish you all the best of luck. Please feel free to comment and let me know how these energies are playing out for you. For some of you, this is going to happen for you over the next few days, and if it's deeper rooted, it maybe take you a few weeks for this energy to fully come to fruition and move out of your experience. So take care. Wish you all the best of luck. Love and light.